Have you ever come home after a grueling run of shows, feeling like absolute garbage and in need of about a week to recover? Pretty much every time, right? Okay, most likely booze, partying, no sleep, that's going to contribute to that. But also, what you're eating plays a massive part. In this video, I'm going to smash through my top 10 ways to eat healthier on the road. Stick around. Now, being a touring musician can be quite physically and mentally demanding, believe it or not. When you're first starting out, most likely you're squashed into a Kia Carnival, or as we did back in the mid-2000s, a 12-seater with a trailer, and you're driving everywhere. Here in Australia, the distance between capital cities is a lot greater than it is over in the States, for instance, or Europe. So you might, for example, play a show in Brisbane, pack up, have to drive all through the night just to get the sound check in Sydney the next day. You play that show, then you have to do the same thing to get all the way to Melbourne just in time for sound check the next day. You're always driving, you're tired, and the only time you really eat is when you stop for fuel. Or if you're lucky, you might get some food at the show. So not only are you limited with options, but it can get pretty expensive buying food at these truck stops. If you're lucky, you might be giving yourselves $20 per diem per day, which will buy a little bit of food, and hopefully you make that back up in merch sales at the show. We eventually learned to stock up at the supermarket before we left for tour, but even then it was just crap like chips and lollies and stuff that's, not good for you. So after learning the hard way, here are my top 10 recommendations for eating a lot healthier on tour. Number 1, plan and pack snacks. So you want to make sure that you bring a variety of healthy snacks with you. Nuts, seeds, dried fruits, whole grain crackers and granola bars are all great. I know it sounds like bird food, but believe me, it'll help. Having nutritious snacks like these readily available will help curb the temptation to reach for the junk food. Number 2, prep meals in advance. This one takes a little bit more effort, but if you can prepare and pack meals that are easy to transport and don't require refrigeration, these are a great option. Make sure you mix it up with lean proteins, whole grains and lots of vegetables. Number 3, choose whole foods. So you want to prioritise whole, unprocessed foods such as fruit, vegetables, lean proteins and whole grains. These foods will provide essential nutrients and energy without the empty calories that are often found in junk food. Number 4, stay hydrated. Now you've got to make sure you're drinking plenty of water through the day. Sometimes dehydration can be mistaken for hunger, which can lead to unnecessary snacking on unhealthy options. The easiest way is just to make sure you carry a reusable bottle and keep it full. Number 5, research local options. Okay, this one's a lot easier now that we all have smartphones, but before you arrive at your destination or wherever you're heading, make sure you do a bit of research and just see what's there. See what restaurants and grocery stores, whatever you can find that might have healthier options for you. This way you can plan ahead and you can make informed decisions on where you're going to eat. And guys, if you're finding this information valuable at all, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And let us know in the comments if you have any other recommendations for eating healthy on the road. Number 6, limit fast food stops. Now this is so much easier said than done, but while it might be convenient, try and limit visits to fast food restaurants. I know sometimes they're the only options, but then, look for the healthy options on their menu if they have any healthy options. Just do your best to look for healthier alternatives like salad bars or restaurants with diverse menu selection. Number 7, balance your plate. Now this one is quite overlooked, but you want to strive for balance in your meals by including a mix of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. This balance helps keep your energy levels stable and reduces cravings for unhealthy snacks, which is especially important when you're driving long distance. Number 8, practice moderation. It's okay to indulge occasionally, but practice moderation. If you have a craving for a triple cheeseburger, go the double option instead of the triple, that's what I'm saying. Number 9, utilise food delivery services. So, if you hold up in a hotel or a motel overnight, take advantage of the food delivery services that offer healthier alternatives. Most cities will have DoorDash or Uber Eats that provide nutritious meals that can be delivered to your door or the venue. And number 10, mindful eating. Basically, pay attention to what you're eating and how much you're eating. Avoid mindless snacking all the time and listen to your body. Okay, now there's a couple of other things to keep in mind that you can do to try and get yourself a good feed when you're on the road. And some of these are obviously things that you'll need to work towards. But the first is make sure you request healthy options on the rider and always put more than you expect to get. The venues will take a look at it and they'll decide ultimately what you will get and what they'll leave off. But my recommendations at a minimum is a sandwich platter, a fruit platter and plenty of water. And then what you want to do, you want to take into account what your plans are after the show. Have you got a overnight drive ahead? If so, maybe you want to request some nuts or some granola bars or something. Things that are easy to eat while driving, but nutritious. Occasionally, you're going to get everything you requested on your rider, and it's going to feel like Christmas. Obviously, you're probably not going to eat it all, but then you're all set for the drive. And lastly, if you're lucky enough to score a big support slot or a spot on a festival, depending on the venue size, you're going to get catering. And when you're a starving musician, this is going to feel like you're eating like a king. Whenever I've toured with artists like Iron Maiden, Disturbed and Alexis on Fire, the catering has been incredible. And some big festivals have all-day catering, so you can potentially get lunch and dinner totally free. So remember, maintaining a healthy diet on the road takes planning and commitment, but it's crucial for your overall well-being and your performance. You want to collaborate with your bandmates to create a supportive environment for healthy eating, and maybe if you've got some dollars coming in, maybe you can consult a nutritionist with some tailored advice. Thanks guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you found any value whatsoever, and leave us a comment and let us know how you like to keep healthy when you're on tour. See you next time.